All right, guys, kind of short video today. Kind of just wanted to get in here and take a look at the stats, and kind of we can get a little better sense of what we're running with here. Surprisingly, the stats are actually pretty close. So if we jump in, and let's just take a look here. Whoops. Results. Here we go. The max speed got it right at the 34 miles per hour. 34, 35 miles per hour the actual ride goes. So really happy with that. The biggest drop, of course, is the drop after you come out of the actual mine, you know, after you come out of the dark ride section. In real life, it's 39 feet. Ours comes in right at 36 feet, biggest drop. So that really, you know, that worked out pretty good. Of course, you know, if you've seen this ride before, no inversions. I was actually also, too, able to rework the station a little bit and make it to where we still had the authenticity of having the authenticity of Haynes. That's what the actual one has. So was able to push the station back a little bit, and still got to do a lot of foliage work on it. Took some of your guys' suggestions and got the cars to actually launch out of the exit the station a little faster, kind of like it does in the real one. Like, you don't really just slowly kind of meander your way out of the station on the real one. It actually kind of gives you a first little boost. It kind of when it boosts, it kind of you out of the station. So got that corrected. Really just been working on little minor issues. My hand put in all of these all the little stone stairs, kind of like that are on the real one. So I thought that would give some more authenticity to the recreation here, is actually having the little service stairs that are kind of themed after mine stairs. And another thing I went ahead and added, one of my guys from way back in the beginning of my Planet Coaster days doesn't really play Planet Coaster much anymore, but I got to give a big shout out to El Escoces Gamer, who way back when kind of created this. We had this when I first started thinking about doing a Seven Dwarfs Mine Train recreation. He come up with this as far as Snow White's cabin goes. So I have taken that from him, and I've kind of gotten rid of all the little decorations and stuff, and probably I'm going to add some of my own things, but the biggest part is I want to probably get this glassed in, this section, with our new glass technique that a couple of the guys figured out as far as recoloring the gems go. And I think maybe with Princess Amelia and maybe a couple of the different entertainers might be able to do like a little dancing scene like Snow White does with the dwarves in the actual ride. So that's something else that I really want to look into, see if we can nail that, and get the camera pointed over towards that at the end. And this last little section, it's come out pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with it. The 5 cars come through here at a pretty believable, like I said, 34 mile per hour speed. So that works out. Then they kind of slowly make their way to the end here, and I'm probably going to go back and rework this, because in the real ride, this isn't on that much of an angle. So once it finishes out right here, it really kind of slows down and then makes its turn back towards the station and goes by here really slow, sometimes even stopping if they're still loading another train. And so this worked out really well, having the train go by slow, with hopefully, like I said, the animations and stuff and the animatronics that I can have going on inside Snow White's cabin. Just to kind of just help make it all a little more believable. And so that's kind of where we're at with this. I didn't get a lot of chance to really mess with this map too much, really, over the last 5 days with Christmas obligations and family stuff, and If you guys have been following me on Twitter, I've had this whole room that I'm in, actually back in now, my actual gaming room, has been a complete construction war zone down here. So we got the floor laid and all the cove is up and the baseboard and the walls are painted, and I am officially back here down inside where I usually record from. So I'm not camping out upstairs anymore. And like I said, the next thing I know I've probably been saying this since the second episode, but I've got to start turning my attention to the actual dark section, and that is really like we have been talking. I know a couple of us have been going back and forth on just I think kind of how tough that is, how tough that's going to be. Just making it believable, particularly with the way that the mine car is right now and how you can't toggle that light off. If you notice, if you run it at night, it's got a little bit of a, matter of fact, I'll just show you. It's got a lamp on the front of it, and see how it goes? See, it's got like a bright light. And I'm thinking that is going to mess up a little bit of the... thinking that's going to mess up a little bit of the dark section illusion. I really don't know if I should hold off on this for a little bit until we actually see if Sam and those guys, make it triggerable. If the light can be turned on and off. You'd think if people wanted to make this, use it as some kind of have dark ride elements with their mine trains, you'd have to be able to turn that off so we can create our own kind of atmosphere and little show sections with it. So hopefully Sam and those guys kind of give us that toggle option, or it may really kind of hamper my ability to make a believable dark ride section like this particular ride calls for. So I don't know. We'll just kind of keep our fingers crossed with that. I don't want to drag this out, too long. And if that doesn't get changed, we'll just probably go ahead and roll with it. And, we'll just do what we have to do. But yeah, just let me know your thoughts on this, guys, how you think the layout goes. Just give me your general thoughts. Anything you think I can tweak. We don't really have any time stamps set on this. You guys know me. I sometime to my detriment, I bounce back and forth a lot, and I don't give you guys much consistency, but it leaves a lot of time for different feedback and just seeing what you guys think about the ride overall in general. A couple guys were saying that the layout of this isn't really too realistic as far as like copying the actual layout goes, but it's kind of like I think I was talking to some guys on Reddit. The actual layout, it's kind of, if you did it like all awesomely right to the T, you just don't really have enough room to theme it out in Planet Coaster. Even in real life, it has a pretty small footprint, and to be able to theme it the way I've themed it, and this is about as small as I could make it. So that lends itself to the layout being a little off. It's a little longer than it should be, but just to give the theming a good run and to do the theming justice like I thought I'd need to on this type of ride, because it's so important. I mean, we're not talking about just some giant hyper coaster where the only theming is maybe some fans inside the station. This is a themed out type project for and if you want to make it believable, it takes an incredible amount of theming, and like I said, it lended itself almost it's just almost necessary to bend away from the actual layout a little bit, but I still think we hit it pretty close. Like, you know, the end kind of drifts away from the original a little, but I think once you guys see kind of how I flesh this out, and once you see it actually, you know, on some of the cinematics, you'll kind of understand a little more where I was coming from. And if you ever go to try to design it yourself, I think you'll run into the same kind of issues that I have ran into with it. And yeah, you just kind of have to make sacrifices. In my case, more realistic layout sacrifice kind of was a lesser issue and a lesser bother to me than actually trying to nail the theming and be authentic with the mine theme. So yeah, just like I said, leave me your thoughts down below, and we will see if some of it can be tweaked. I still have to start on the actual station and the queue, and definitely need to get some ideas together for the dark section. So anyways, guys, yeah, I will go ahead and let you go. I'm Sdanwolf. Smash that like button if you end up enjoying this video. Leave your comments down below, and subscribe for more Planet Coaster content, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you. See ya.
Hey!